Hello everybody, I'm Storm here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Stormblood. In the last episode, we stormed Doma Castle, fought our way through the Imperial garrison, destroying pretty much everything as we went, ultimately leading up to a showdown with a severely altered Grinwat, who has been dogging us since the beginning of this expansion, and we finally put an end to that particular thorn in our side. And then from there, we entered the keep and met Yotsuyu, who went on a monologue about all the problems that she's had in her life, which admittedly are pretty bad, but still doesn't give anyone the right or the excuse to do the things that she was doing, oppressing, torturing, and killing an entire nation worth of people. So, yeah. But she had apparently booby-trapped the keep and set off some explosives that compromised the entire structure, which Gosetsu heroically kind of used his own body to hold the structure together, or prevent it from fully collapsing long enough for Hien and our party to escape. But Yotsuyu shot him several times in the back while he was doing that, and then he disappeared into the collapsing structure. So while we have not been able to recover a body, it is all but assumed that he was lost in the battle. So, that's where we're at. But, for now, the Imperial garrison is destroyed, the Viceroy has been deposed, so Doma is now a free nation, once again. So, mission accomplished. For the moment, anyway. So, I guess we'll be heading off to the Doman Enclave to celebrate our victory, and then I'm guessing we'll be heading back to Alamigo to continue our efforts there. So I guess that's going to be the plan for the day. And as you can see, new gear. I'm at level 69 now, and halfway to level 70. So this is a level 68 gear set for Dark Knight. Not bad. We'll see what we get at level 70. Also decided to change the hairstyle up a little bit just to see how I liked it. The one thing that kind of is bothering me is the clipping of the ponytail through the sword, but that's just one of my own pet peeves. So, I'll see if I keep it or not. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to Tensui here and get a ride over to the Doman Enclave. Alright. You all look like shite. Alright, the captain thought you might need a ride to the Enclave. Ready to come aboard? Let's go. Alright. On you go then. Sit wherever you like. I don't know what happened in there, but it's over. You won. That's cause enough for celebration, and those people you're about to see need something to celebrate.
We brought everyone here. You were the last to arrive.
I see. Thank you. We owe the Confederacy a great debt.
I have waited 25 years for this moment. You owe us naught.
Look! It's Lord Hien!
Lord Hien!
It's him! He lives! He lives!
Some few words of encouragement would not go amiss, my lord.
Right. Yes, of course.
Alright, let's see. Off you trot then. You're their lord, remember. Stand tall. Well, if you won't say something, I will. Well, off you trot then.
Right. Off I go.
Smooth.
We are a sorry lot, are we not? Tired, dirty, stinking of blood and sweat and ash. The people pushed to the point of breaking. And yet, we won. The perseverance to endure decades of oppression. The will to carry on the legacy of those we have lost. These were the bonds that held us together and gave us the strength to reclaim our home. After 25 hard years, the shadow of the Empire no longer darkens these lands, and we may at last look forward to the dawning of a new day. But, my friends, it will be a day of work. So I ask you, have you yet the strength to stand? To rise up with me once more, here and now, and begin to rebuild our homeland?
Lord Hien!
Doma! Doma!
This will not end with Doma. We will see to that, right, Lise?
Right.
Indeed, this is but the beginning. The tide is turning, and it shall soon bear us back across the seas and onward unto the next battlefield.
All right. Now what I've found out is that sometimes if you talk to people, even if they aren't quest givers, they might say something. Let's see. You, Gyr, you have anything to say? It was not for naught. It was not for naught. Okay, well, that's all you have to say. Yen? 25 years. If only you were here to see it. Okay. Guess they don't really have anything to say here. So... let's head out to the docks, speak with Alphino, and head back on over to Alamigo. And on to the next fight. Enclave Skiff Captain. Honored hero, you seek passage across the One River? Yes, we do. Alright. So, Elise, I'm glad that we could be part of it. That we could see with our own eyes that things can change if people will have the courage to stand up and fight. Yep. Alright, we journeyed from the opposite side of the world, but until now it didn't seem half as far. I think that means our work here is done. So it would seem. Alright, Alphino. Alright, are you quite certain you would not prefer to stay a while longer? There are sure to be festivities, at which you would be the guest of honor, like as not. Very well. There are other ways in which you might celebrate. By rejoining the fight for freedom in Gyr Abania, for one. Short though our time here has been, we have all come to regard this land and her people as our own, I think. But we have done that which we came here to do. Word of Doma's liberation will soon spread throughout the Empire, and we must seize this opportunity to rekindle the fires of liberation in the West. We dare not allow the Imperials a moment's respite, lest they march on Doma again. For the sake of all concerned, we should leave immediately. Ah, Serena. Did I hear you right? You are leaving? I'm afraid so. We've got our own battle to fight. What about you? Will you be heading back to the steppe? Yes, the war here is ended, and there is no cause to remain. The Oranir and Doltharo have already withdrawn. I'll follow them anon, but I wish to bid you farewell first. Alright, the Blue too must return to their homes, but we will be back. Doma has need of merchants and builders, and we are eager to offer our services. Alright, and just like that, our grand fellowship is broken. Without ceremony or pomp, and you steal off into the dark. Oh, that's tense, we. No matter, we have plenty to be getting on with. Places to be, people to rob, and so on. And the captain never was one for mingling. I am a pirate. Give me a song at the tavern, and I will be happy. Hobnobbing with Lord Hien? Nay. No taste for the finer things. In any event, we need not part ways here. If you are for Kugane, we would be happy to take you. Our waters have always been fruitful. I wish you well on your journey, my friends. May you ever walk in crimson. Thank you, Serena, for everything. Alright, may the Kami speed you on your way until we meet again. Alright. Speak with Rasho. Right, naught remains undone. You are ready to depart? Yep, we're ready. To Kugane then. I mean, I could just teleport myself. Alright, Rasho. Have everything? Good. We will need to weigh anchor before the Seki Segumi arrive. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for what you did. Give my regards to the Ul'dan. Alright, we don't need any of this stuff. We are well beyond that gear at this point. Alright. Alphino would like to return to the Ruby Bazaar post-haste. Alright, I informed Totaro of our coming. She and Hancock should be waiting for us in the Ruby Bazaar. Alright, and Alisei is saying, then it is here we part ways. Best of luck to you and yours in your piratical endeavors, I suppose. Alright. You will need to have that over there. So, we are heading back to the Ruby Bazaar. Thing is, there is no Aethernet shard anywhere near here. So I'll just have to hoof it. Alright, let's talk to the aide and head on into the office. Welcome back, everyone, and congratulations on a job well done. It is a pleasure ever to see your smiling face, Totaro. Less so yours, Hancock, though Rasho and I are sincerely grateful for your assistance. The pleasure was all mine, Master Alphino, I assure you. Anyway, you'll be glad to hear that I have already chartered passage for you back to LIMSALOMINSA. The ship is to leave port this very day. The captain has agreed to wait until the four of you have boarded. The four of us? You mean to stay here in KUGANE? Yes, I gave it some thought, and I realized that even with Doma free, there's still a need for a woman in the middle, maybe even more than before, considering all the friends and alliances you made. As I told her many times before, I would be more than willing to assist you. And as I told you many times before, I am not about to let you worm your way into our affairs and exploit our connections for your personal gain. Must you always presume the worst? So there you have it. I remain here for now. You needn't worry. I'm a regular at the hostelry and a half-dozen other local institutions. Everyone loves me. So go. Don't let me keep you. Buy your supplies and souvenirs while you still can. When you're finished, make haste to the docks, pier number 2 to be precise. I'll be waiting for you there. Alright, so off to the pier. Even though I don't need to use the ship. There's nobody else attuned to any aetherites besides me. Alright, Totaro. First to arrive as always. Hopefully others will not be far behind.
Ah, there you are. All packed and ready to go?
To the best of my knowledge, yes. Apologies for the wait. The task of tying up loose ends invariably takes longer than one allows. Happily, however, all now seems to be in order.
Then there's nothing left to do but to board the ship. Do try and enjoy the journey, won't you? It may be your last chance to rest for a while.
That would depend on the good captain's choice of route.
As ever, Tataru, I pray you take all due precautions while making your inquiries. Better to avoid the local authorities altogether than risk a repeat of our Ishgardian episode.
And what sordid episode is this, pray tell?
Naught to speak of, I assure you.
You there! Hold that ship!
What are you two doing here? Shouldn't you be in Doma?
Shouldn't you? You left with nary a word. I half wondered if I had done something to offend.
Upon learning that you had departed for Kugane, we immediately resolved to give chase. Our comrades can manage affairs in our absence, and it seemed the least we could do.
You mean you came all this way just to say goodbye?
That too, aye. But there was something else I felt I had to say. You helped us win our freedom, and for that I cannot thank you enough. Accordingly, after we have established an interim government and so forth, I think it only meet that we repay the favor by dispatching our own forces to Eorzea. If you would have us.
We harbored no expectations of such generous aid, and as there is no telling when the Empire might strike back at you, would it not be wiser to concentrate your resources on the defense of Doma?
I had a mind to pursue a more aggressive defense, to which we will send forth shinobi to provinces far and wide to spread word of our victory, that we might inspire others to take up arms as we did. Even the Empire has its limits. If the Garleans cannot be certain where and when the next rebellion will take place, how can they commit another force to Doma? And besides, so long as this debt remains unpaid, how am I to face myself and Gorsetzer?
As you wish. I will relay your offer to the Eorzean Alliance.
All of Doma is counting on you to finish what we have started. You have it in you, Lys, to seize the future you want.
I won't, Hien. Not your words or anything else. Everything that led us here, that will drive us forward, I'll carry it with me always. And that's a promise.
I will hold you to that. Go with them to Eorzea. Tell their people of our triumph and of our pledge to stand with them.
By your leave, I shall pave the way for our new alliance.
Hurry up, you lot! The ship's about to weigh anchor!
It seems our time is at an end. Go well, my friends, and may we meet again beneath a western sky.
Alright, meanwhile, in the royal palace of Alamigo.
I always knew that woman was unfit for command.
Aye, when you think of all the resources we've poured into that hole, and for what?
beast yet lives. Mayhap it is time I sharpen my claws. I wonder, will you walk into my parlor once more?
For Dolorem Lupus, come at the command of the Lord Viceroy to present the prisoner taken by the Cranie Lupi. Xenosier Galvus, I presume.
It's true what they say. You do have the eyes of a monster. A ravenous, insatiable fiend.
You, give the butcher your weapon.
Yes, my lord.
My lord, this is...
A reward given in recognition of your service. I trust it will prove more capable than its former owner.
I swear, I'll not disappoint you, my lord.
Good. Now, silence that mewling little piglet. I will not hear another sound pass her lips. Until I strip the fat from her.
Alright, so it looks like that Krile has been captured. Which isn't good. Alright, well, let's talk to Lise. Man, I would hate to be a messenger in the Empire. Back in Eorzea at last, ready to pick up where we left off and finish the fight. Alright, we're not who we were when we left. We're stronger and wiser. Well, we should hope. So let's do it. Let's get back to Alamigo and defeat Xenos once and for all. Alright, let's grab that materia. And let's see. Alphino. Right, here we are, home at last. I must say, the journey passed more quickly than I had expected. That would be due to the absence of otherworldly interference, I expect. I should be glad if we did not speak of that unpleasantness again. But in spite of all that and more, we returned better for the experience, and more importantly, triumphant. Indeed, and with Doma freed of Imperial oppression, it is only right that we turn our thoughts to the plight of Alamigo. Well, I'm all for that, obviously, but I think you should go and see the refugees at Revenant's Toll before doing anything else. They'll be thrilled to hear what we've accomplished, and it sounds best coming from you. Thank you. I shall do as you suggest. I see I am not too late. Ah, it's Merlvib. Admiral, what are you doing here? The East Aldenar Trading Company informed me of your impending arrival. I have tidings I thought best to share with you in person. From Gyr Abania? Aye. The Alliance still holds the wall, despite several Imperial counterattacks, but we have been unable to press further into occupied territory. Commander Kemp and his men, meanwhile, have made great strides toward rebuilding their depleted ranks. They've even taken it upon themselves to attempt some few operations, with mixed results, I'm sorry to say. 'Twas a complication arising from one such venture which moved me to seek you out. During a mission to transport wounded resistance fighters to the Rising Stones, Kryl Baldessian was taken prisoner. Kryl? Do they know where she is being held? They do not. When your comrades were informed at once, I am told Thancred is in Gyr Abania looking for her as we speak. How could this have happened? We must seek out Thancred without delay. Nay, Kryl taught me better than that. It would be unwise to act without first acquiring a full understanding of the situation. Thank you for informing us. Tired though we may be, we must make haste to Castrum Oriens. Pray excuse us, Admiral, Lady Ugiri. Alright. So, we need to head over to Castrum Oriens. And have a chat with Thancred. Alright. Alright, there you are. You have heard the news. In broad strokes from Admiral Blofisvin. What happened? Kryl and a squadron of resistance fighters were escorting Y'shtola and several other wounded to the Rising Stones for further treatment when they were ambushed by Imperial forces. Arenvold and his men fought valiantly, but in the chaos... I will make no excuses. We failed to protect her. Do not be so hard on yourself. You protected Y'shtola and the others, did you not? Tell us about the attack. It was the skulls. They knew a path across the wall we hadn't found. We thought we were safe once we reached the Black Shroud. We weren't expecting an ambush. During the fighting, I caught a glimpse of their leader's memories. It was all planned. The advantage of having a walker in the field. I'm not as strong in the echo as Ayame is, of course. Half the time it's enough to knock me on my arse, like I've taken a dose of concentrated ether. So you walked into Fordola's memories? What did you see? A woman promised the world. Education, training, citizenship, all that and more, but if she sold her soul. A traitor to her people, a pretender to her masters. It was Xenos himself that gave the order, told her to return with Kryl Baldessian, alive. Our agents have been carefully monitoring Imperial communications since the attack, but have yet to intercept any transmissions making reference to Kryl or her current whereabouts. If the orders were to bring Kryl back alive, we can save her if we move quickly enough. As you say, time is of the essence, which is why I intend to slip past enemy lines and see what information I can uncover on my own. In the meantime, it is up to you and our allies to command the Imperial's undivided attention. Lots of shouting and explosions and so forth. Keep them distracted and I will find her. That is something we can do. Very well. I wish I could do more to aid you, but I understand. Commander Kemp is on his way to the Castrum as we speak for a meeting with General Alden. If you hurry, you could find him on the road and discuss the situation beforehand. I think Ayame and I are going to go see Conrad like he suggested. You all wait here. Alright, rendezvous with Conrad. We have Aether Current side quests that need to be done. I also have to get some Aether Currents on the field as well. I mean, if I run across them. we'll grab them, but it's gonna be something I have to hunt down on my own. Now those quests I'll do on screen. Alright, Conrad. Well, well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? It fills my heart with joy to see you two hale and healthy. Welcome home, Lise, Ayame. I'm sure you've heard about Kryal by now. That's why we're here. I'm still not sure what to think about it, but we'll save her. We'll definitely save her somehow. I have no doubt that you will. You look stronger for your time in the Far East, lass, and that's good news for Kryal. I'd like to think so. But enough about me. How is everything with you and the Resistance? Better than when you last saw us, and no mistake. Arenvald's been a godsend. Him and Monago and all the other young bloods have achieved so much in such a short time. We've been blessed to receive the support of the Flames Alamegan Brigade, who've been instrumental in freeing our countrymen from labor camps throughout Gyr Abania, as well as some political prisoners from the city proper, believe it or not. Together with refugees returning from Alda and elsewhere, we've had no shortage of able-bodied men and women eager to join the cause. I knew you wouldn't stop fighting, even after what happened at the Reach. Force of habit, I suppose. Though we've come a long way, and we still have far to go, but we'll fight for every ilm, and sooner or later we'll get to Alamigo. But listen to me prattling on. We should be making haste to Castrum Oriens. There's no point you telling me everything now when we'll only have to say it again for the Flame General's benefit. You're right. I'll go on ahead and tell the others that you're not far off. Alright. We'll go ahead and speak with Pippin. Finish this quest up. And then we'll probably call it a day there. Alright, Pippin. You have spoken with Thancred then? Good. Take heart. If anyone can track her down, it's him. I believe I hear Commander Kemp's party approaching. If you are ready to address Father and the others, let's be about it. Alright. So we will do that when we come back next episode. And then we'll go about seeing if we can't do the same thing here in El Amigo that we did in Doma. Just kick the Empire out of town. Alright. So for now, we'll end here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you next time.